Kevin believed tiredness was a small price. Sleep was optional. Health was adjustable. Money was permanent. That was his belief. Kevin was 40 years old, but he felt much older on the inside. Not because life was hard, but because he never stopped running. For 20 years, he ran the same grocery store, a small kirana shop, 5 kilometers away from his village. Every morning, he woke up at 5, not with peace, with pressure. He rode his bike through quiet roads, through cold air, through the same thoughts. At 6, the shop opened. At 10 at night, it closed. And Kevin repeated this every single day. He told himself this was discipline, responsibility, long-term thinking. He never missed a workday, but he missed many dinners, many conversations, many moments that do not return. At home, his wife Hazel waited, not angrily, quietly. She asked him to rest sometimes, to eat slowly, to come home early once in a while. Kevin always answered the same way. I don't have time. I'm building our future. They had a son, 16 years old. His name was Liam. The boy studied in the city, far away. Kevin paid the fees on time, never late, but phone calls, visits, those were rare. Months passed without hearing his voice. Kevin told himself this was sacrifice. He believed money could replace presence, that security could replace care. Have you ever convinced yourself that love can wait? Kevin didn't think about his body. Food was quick, sleep was short, stress was normal. One day, the doctor checked him. Sugar levels were high, blood pressure too. You need regular checkups, the doctor said calmly. Your body is warning you. Kevin smiled. It's nothing, he replied. Just work pressure. He walked out, confident, almost proud. That night, he didn't sleep. Not because of fear, but because his mind was busy calculating. More stock, better margins, longer plans, 20 years, 30 years, long term. A few evenings later, something unexpected happened. On his way home, Kevin slowed his bike. He stopped, not because he was tired, but because he saw a small tea stall. It was barely there. Wooden table, 1 kettle, 2 cups. An old man stood behind it. His name was Paul, 60 years old, thin hands, steady eyes. Kevin ordered tea. It was his first time stopping there. Paul smiled gently and served the cup. After a moment, Paul asked, "You run a business, don't you?" Kevin nodded. "How do you grow it?" Paul asked. Kevin straightened his back. "Hard work," he said, "investment and long-term thinking." Paul nodded slowly. "And how long is long-term?" he asked. Kevin replied without hesitation, 20 to 30 years. Paul stayed silent for a few seconds. Then he asked one question. "What do you do with tiredness? And what about the body's long-term?" That was all. No advice, no lecture, just one question. Kevin didn't answer. He drank his tea, paid, and left. But the question followed him home. That night, his house felt different, quieter, heavier. He sat on the chair, did nothing. The next day passed the same way, then another. For the first time, Kevin was thinking not about profit, but about cost. Not money, life. On the third day, Kevin picked up his phone. He called his son. The phone rang longer than usual. Then Liam answered. "Yes, Papa?" Kevin paused. "How are you?" he asked. The boy sounded surprised, but happy. "I'm fine," Liam said. "I miss home." Kevin closed his eyes. That sentence stayed. Time moved forward. Kevin did not stop working completely, but his body began to slow down. Doctor visits became frequent. Medicines increased. Hospital bills arrived. The money he had saved for the future started disappearing, not into growth, into survival. He realized something painful. He had invested carefully in money, but never invested in himself. He had planned for profit, but not for presence. He had protected tomorrow by destroying today. Hazel stood beside him quietly, as she always had. She never said, "I told you so." That hurt more. Kevin thought of Paul, the tea stall, the question, and finally he understood. Stories like this are told quietly on Eliza Bethell's Tales. If this story feels close to your life, you may find another reflection there. Kevin learned that thinking long-term is not only about money, it is about balance, about working hard without forgetting to live, about earning well without losing health, about planning the future without abandoning the present. Thinking long-term does not mean choosing tomorrow over today. It means living today in a way that tomorrow can still exist. If you are hardworking like Kevin, be careful. Plan for money, but also plan for your body and for the family that waits for you every night.